technical glitch. Now,
Yeah,
now
now
my
it's
son.
we can see a lot more than the green screen.
Okay.
Yes.
So at the lower limit, I'll turn my background to green, and at the intermediate limit, I'll turn my background to yellow, and at the upper limit, I'll turn my background to red. Once I show the background to red, you still get 30 seconds grace time to wrap up your speech. That's my rule. Thank you.
Thank you so much, timer Toastmaster Senthil. Now moving on to the next role of the day, the R counter. I would request the R counter to turn on their camera and their mic and introduce themselves and their role.
Thank you, gentle evaluator. A charming woman doesn't follow the crowd. She's herself, said Laurette Young. She works on herself. She invests in herself. To help you all work and invest in yourself, I shall be playing the role of our counter in this wonderful session. As the R counter, I will be closely listening to what the speakers say and will be marking down any inappropriate or sound words used as space fillers. Space fillers can be words such as well, but, so, and, you know. Inappropriate sounds may be I will also note when a speaker repeats a phrase or a word such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will provide my report. Thank you. Over to the gentle evaluator.
Thank you so much, our counter, for such a detailed description of the team. I think everybody got hold of what about your role, what your role is. Now moving on to the last evaluator, the grammarian. I would request the grammarian to turn on their camera and their mic and introduce themselves and their role to the club.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Roses are red, violets are blue. Incorrect grammar was never cute. The one most common thing between the feminine gender and grammar is that both have the quality of being resilient. Tried and tested throughout centuries, we stand strong as today. As a grammarian today, I have three duties: making note of your brilliant usages in the English language, making note of the not so brilliant usages in the English language and giving recommendations to them, and identifying mispronunciations. Apart from all of this, my most important task of the day is assigning the word of the day. Or today, let's call it the idiom of the day. The for today is bigwig, meaning bigwig is used to mention someone who holds an important or powerful position. A usage in a sentence would be, we have invited a few bigwigs to the meeting. Number two, senators and other political bigwigs were present in the ceremony. The most interesting part of this idiom is its origin. Let me read out the origin for you. Several centuries ago, wearing wigs was a fashion in Europe. All men, whether they were bald or not, wore wigs. The richer you were, the more amount of wigs you possessed. France Louis XIV started the practice of wearing really long wigs, and soon all of Europe's royalty began to copy him. In England, the length of the wig that a man wore was dependent on his importance or his perceived importance. The more important you were, the longer your wig was. Soon, a lot of people began to wear full-length wigs. As a result, a law was passed declaring that only nobility, judges, and bishops could wear full-length wigs. Would anyone like to take the idiom of the day for a spin?
Yeah, thank you so much, grammarian. Now moving on to I myself, as we don't have any prepared speech today, so we do not have any speech evaluator for the day. Me and my team will be presenting our report at the end of the speech. And being a woman, one quality we have, we listen and we remember. So yeah, with that, I would like to give the control back to the TMOD of the day. Yeah, Soumya, it's all yours.
Thank you so much. So, time for the best segment. When I googled her name, the first thing I came across was a beautiful smile. She's someone who loves to smile and see other people smile. She's practical yet patient. She's a poet, an author, a teacher, a public speaker, and a common thread which ties all of us. Any guesses? A Toastmaster. So, without further ado, I would like to invite a special guest for today, Miss Pinky Behrooz. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Soumya, for that wonderful introduction. So as Soumya already told you all that I love to see smiling faces. So whoever have kept their videos off, may I request you if you can switch on the videos and let's see each other smiling and enjoy the meeting. So let's take 10 seconds for that. Thank you, Abhinav. If you can't, not a problem. Don't worry. Thank you. I can hear something. Can you? What do I hear? Now, before I share that with you all, do you love stories? So let me share a very short story with you. Now, this is a story from an African origin. And the story says that there was a rabbit, a hare, and he used to live in a cave. And he went out to his family for a vacation. Now, a caterpillar, he was looking for a house. What happened? That caterpillar saw that this cave is empty. Let me go in. So he crawled and went inside and he loved living there. One thing he noticed that anything he says inside the cave, the voice, it became powerful. There was an echo in the voice. And he loved that. Now, after a few days, of course, the vacation for the rabbit was over and he came and he saw outside his cave. There are some footprints going inside the cave. Who can it be? What can it be? These are strange footprints. So he asked, anybody in there? Anybody in my house? Who's in? Now this caterpillar knew the power of his voice. He had understood that there would be an echo and the voice can sound powerful. He said, let me try. Who are you? I am someone who crushes the elephants to dust. Rabbit said, what? Someone who crushes the elephant into dust? How can I fight with him? No. I have to take help. I cannot go in. I'll not go in. So he went and spoke to other animals. Please help me. Please help me. Nobody was ready to help. How can we fight with someone who crushes the elephant into dust? Even the mighty elephant and the king of the jungle lion was scared. Then he met a frog. Frog said, what happened, my friend rabbit? Why are you worried? Is there anything wrong? He said, yes, but I know you won't be able to help me. So the frog said, don't worry, just tell me. What's the harm in telling me? So the rabbit told him everything. The frog said, come with me. Let's go. Now the frog went there and he asked the same question. Who is inside the cave? Who is inside my friend's home? The caterpillar did the same thing. I am someone who crushes the elephant into dust. The frog said, oh, is it? Do you know me? I am someone who crushes those who crushes the elephant. Now what? This time the caterpillar got scared and he came out and everybody was like, what? Caterpillar, was that you? You were troubling us? We were scared of you? And everyone started laughing. Now I want you all to take 30 seconds and think, did this story teach us something? What did it? What did it teach? Would anyone like to share with me? Would anyone like to unmute and tell me? Anyone would like to try?
You
Go on.
only try tricks once. You don't try it over and over again. The first time the caterpillar fold, but doesn't make sense the second time they'll be fooled. There'll someone be better than you.
Awesome. I never thought it that way. Thank you, Darshini. Anyone else would like to share whatever comes to your mind?
Sometimes you don't know the power that is inside you. You need probably external reflections to help you realize that.
Awesome. Awesome. Nice, Kartika. Kavita, I saw. Were you also raising your hand? Would you like to share?
Yeah, you physically you may be the caterpillar may be small, but the caterpillar thought big, so it sounded big. So that might work sometimes.
Awesome. I loved whatever you all were sharing. You know what lesson I got from this story? The lesson which I got from this story is that problems may seem huge, but they not be as huge as they seem to be. Just face your problems to ace it, and you never know what can happen, what lies ahead. But that was an African story. Now it's time for to share with you my life journey, my story. I was born in beautiful, wonderful family, the best family you can get. And I was very naughty. I don't know if I look naughty now, but yes, I was very cute and never looked naughty. But I was naughty. One day, I told my sister, come, my younger sister, come. Mom, everyone was sleeping. Come, come, I'll cut your hair. And she was only 2 years old. I was 5 years old. So she told, yeah, yeah, okay. So she sat, and I just imagine I've taken a scissor and given her a haircut. When my mom I got the scolding of my life, and her beautiful curly hair was never the same. Even until today, it's not the same. That's how naughty I was. I and my two younger siblings, we used to study in the same school, and I'm the eldest one. But what used to happen instead, usually what happens, the elder one is called and given complaints about the younger ones. But in my case, it was the opposite. My younger siblings were called and complaint was given about me by the teachers. So life was as beautiful, as fun as it could have been. Now, before I continue my story, we'll take another minute. What I want you all to do, everybody has best friends. Awesome. So write 5 good things about your best friend and 5 good things about yourself. I repeat, 5 good things about your best friend. Good things can be skills or anything, and 5 good things about yourself. All right. Y'all can definitely continue with this exercise later, but I want to know from y'all, how many of y'all found it easy to write good things about your best friend? First, y'all started writing about your best friend and found it a bit difficult to write 5 good things about yourself. Can I have a raise of hands? Why? Why are we so harsh with ourselves? It's difficult, right? and it's easy to be harsh with ourselves. So same was with me. When I was 14 years old, I came to know I have a health condition which is called Turner syndrome. Now, if I have to explain you in a simple language, it is a rare health condition where a growth in a female, and it's very rare, your growth in a female just stops before puberty. So how did it affect me? Of course, it affected my social life, because what happens, initially it was fine. I was not able to understand that much. But later on, my friends, they started to keep me aloof. Then where they used to go to shopping, they used to take their clothes from the adult section. I had to go to the children's section. And once I went to Hong Kong, now that time I was 20 plus. And I'm giving my passport to that person. Thank you. I got the green card, yes. So that I'm giving passport to the immigration officer. He's asking, give your date of birth proof. I said, here, you have my passport. No, where's your birth certificate? I don't know what. Why will I carry my birth certificate when I'm carrying my passport? I was not able to understand. Then I was sent to a room, few questions were asked for an hour, this, that. Late after that, they got convinced that actually I was 20 years old and they left me. So many things happened and I fell prey to depression. But let me tell you, I was so lucky that I could come out of it only because of my family's support. My family told me, Pinky, what's wrong with you? I was not eating anything. I don't want to meet anything. Any guest would come up, I would lock myself in the washroom. They told me, Pinky, is our love not enough for you? That is the only thing I needed to hear. I got a reason to live. I started seeing things in a different way. I thought, okay, if I'm buying clothes from children's section, what is wrong? Am I not saving money? In group photos, you will always see me standing in the first row. I'll never be missed in any group photo. Not only that, the best part which I enjoy is whenever I travel by airlines, I purchase the economy class ticket. But I get the pleasure of traveling business class. That is how I feel. Why? Because of the extra leg room space I get. I hope you all are not jealous of my height now, which is just 4.4 feet 6 inches. So even if you all are jealous, I'm sorry, I can't help it, but I enjoy that and I have these privileges. Not only that, I realize I am so lucky because only 1 to 2% of the female with this condition called Turner syndrome survive and live. Most are stillborn or lead to miscarriages. And I am with y'all, talking with y'all. So am I not lucky? Then later on, I got a job in Dubai where I started working. 12 years I worked there in a travel agency. And then I came back to India and I decided that I want to be a public speaker. Why? Because I want to spread awareness about this health condition. I want to tell the world that life is beautiful no matter what. But how do I do it? That is when I came to know about Toastmasters, and I became a Toastmaster in October 2017, and I'm still an active Toastmaster. Something which I still follow and which I still follow is never stop learning. I'm always trying to do different things. I have been able to write a book, again thanks to Toastmasters. Many things happen by chance. For example, when I got an opportunity to speak on the TEDx, it was not planned or anything. It just happened to me. What I did, I just continued doing what I wanted to do. I spoke at different events. I spoke wherever I got the opportunity. Like here, I got the opportunity and I'm there with y'all. And coming to my dreams. When I was a kid, I wanted to become like Sushmita Sen, Miss Universe, walk the ramp, or become Sri Devi, like her, become an actress. You know, the way her expressive eyes and all. Even those dreams got fulfilled. No, I'm not connected with Bollywood, not like that. But what happened? I joined the theater group. So even my acting skills, I worked upon that. And coming to Beauty Queen, the TEDx where I performed my first TEDx, even Miss India, second runner-up, she was a part of it. The same, I shared the stage with her. Not only that, I told you Sushmita Sen is my idol. So I keep on sharing my thoughts with her. I don't know if she's reading or not, but there came a time once she shared my thoughts on her story, on an Instagram story. That was a moment for me. So continue doing what you love to do. Give yourself a priority. I just had to change myself. I just had to change the way I looked at things. I had to be practical. Like, if I still wanted to be an actress or a beauty queen, do you think it would have been possible for me? Let's be practical. No. So I adapted. I love talking. Y'all all must have got to know it by now that yes, I love talking. I love networking. So I thought, let that be. Let me see what I can do with it. And that's the skill I found in myself. Now coming to, it's not that, oh, Pinky, you do so many things. You must not be feeling down ever, or you must not be scared. No, it's not like that. I am still scared because of the health condition called Turner syndrome. I have got other side effects, like I've got osteoporosis. Okay, you may not believe, but I am 44 years old. Okay, if that is not digestible, I may be 44 years old, but my bones are like that of an 84 years old. So I have to be careful. There's so many things I cannot do, but which is fine. I don't look at those. I look at what is it that I can do. You can't change destiny, but you can change yourself. And how did I do that? I was telling you all in the beginning that I hear something. Now, what is that I hear? I hear myself. I talk to myself. I give time to myself. Even if you do it for 10 minutes a day, I'm sure it will help you. It will help you to know about your qualities. It will help you to know about yourself. I strongly believe in self-love. Why? Because I believe self-love is not selfish. It is self-ishq love. Try it. You never know what wonders it can do. Just listen to yourself. So this is Pinky, 44 years old, standing 4 feet, 6 inches tall, flaunting a salt and pepper look. I know it may not be looking that I have gray hair, but I have white hair and I just flaunt it. It's okay. I want to tell you all, conclude that I can hear something. And from today, I hope that now even you can hear something. That voice may be different, but the result, I'm sure, will not be. Thank you, and over to you.
First, a round of applause, man. It was such an inspiring story. But I think we are not done getting to know you. So I think it's a time for quick masala tea with Soumya. So the rapid fire round starts now. When are you most happy and most satisfied?
When I'm most happy and when I'm satisfied, when I'm able to do simple things. Simple things like like I'm not very good with the technical things. Like I love the way you put it the virtual background. Like if you come to me, it will take me a lot of time to understand, learn that and do. So when I'm able to do simple things, for example, when I talk, like you will see many speakers share PPTs, but I hesitate to do so. I'm not comfortable doing it, but I've started creating PPTs, and once I've tried also sharing. So when I'm able to do these little things, that is what gives me happiness.
So sweet to hear, ma'am. What gets you into trouble?
What gets me into trouble? I believe I am too honest, brutally honest, and that can sometimes really get me into trouble.
What makes you want to get up in the morning?
Nothing. Nothing. For me, it's like जब जागो तब सवेरा. You know, people say I get up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. For them, I may not be I am a person who gives equal priority to my sleep. There are times when I'm working on something, thinking something. I love to write. So when I'm writing, sometimes it's 3, 4 o'clock. Oh, it's 3 a.m. I don't even come to know. And so when I know, okay, it's 3 o'clock, tomorrow I'll get up at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. So that is what I do. So for me, it's like that. And that is the reason my classes, courses, if it's anything in the morning, I usually avoid even the classes that I conduct. Those are afternoon post 3 p.m. So I'm like that. I love to live the life the way I want to live. That
Wow,
is, yeah.
that's amazing, ma'am. How do you handle a stressful situation?
Okay, how do I handle a stressful situation? It so happens that I'm trying something. Now, this is something which I'm trying is not to react, but to respond. So I try not to react to that situation. I try to calm myself down by going and having a masala tea. Now I understood why you asked me that whether I love tea or coffee. So yes, I'll have a cup of tea. And usually it says that after you have tea, you don't get sleep. But for me, it's opposite. I can even sleep even after drinking masala tea. So I drink masala tea and then I take some nap. And when I get up, I'm fresh and I think about that what can be done. Can something be done? Let's try. I never hesitate to try. So that is something which, if I know that I've given my best, then it's no longer a stress for me. I'm more worried about the journey rather than the result. Maybe that helped me get the results.
That's so nice to hear, ma'am. Second last question. Any message for our fellow Toastmasters?
Okay,
Anything for the Toastmaster journey?
okay. So coming to Toastmasters journey, I try what you don't like. Now it must be what? What had happened? I hate reading. I've written a book, but I hate reading. People tell me, how come you hate reading when you've written a book? I tell them, I just share my thoughts. That's it in the book. But what happens is that, but I hate reading. I thought everyone says reading is beautiful. I must give it a try. You improve your vocabulary and all. Let me give it a try. So what I did, I applied for the role of District 98 Chief Editor for the newsletter. Now that was a year's commitment. I thought, let me apply and see. And luckily I got that role. And then I had no option but to read the articles and edit and all. So just go ahead and try. Even when pathways came, I was not comfortable with online. I'm one from the old school. I like the manuals, I like the book. So I became Division A pathways chair. Like I am not comfortable with pathways, but I studied and then I was helping others with pathways. So just try, and second thing, be active. Whenever possible, attend a meeting, and whenever you are attending a meeting, make sure to take any available role. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. And now for the last question. How would you describe yourself in one word?
Someone in one word, ever smiling.
That is so true. So now I would like to hand over the mic to TM Kritika for the first stage.
Soumya, we don't have question and answers from the participants.
Yes. Sorry, ma'am, I missed that. Any Q&A? Anyone would like to ask any question to our guest?
I had a question. That's why.
Sorry, ma'am.
So the first question that I had, Pinky, is about, you said you were not a public speaker and wanting to become a public speaker, right? So, and as I can see, you are a great speaker now. So just give us some few tips as to how I mean, personally, I can't, I score very poor with our counters. So just as a recommendation for me and people like me, just tell me how we could become a better speaker without much of filler words, etc.
Sure. So I also had this. In fact, let me share all when I attended the first meeting and I was called for table topic as a table topic speaker, I could not even speak for 30 seconds. So first I'll address to your R counter. Even I had this problem. So what I did initially, I used to write speeches. Now, of course, that has changed. I used to write speeches. How I used to write? I used to write and I used to write with punctuation marks and in paragraphs. So how that helped me? That helped me to understand where I need to take the pause, where I need to take short pause, where I need to take longer pauses. So that eventually helped me reduce my hours because I started understanding the effect of pauses, where they need to be. And that pause helped me. Okay, what am I going to say next and all? So that helped me. And gradually, and when I started, I was a speaker, someone who used to speak very fast. I don't know how I was today. You all would be a better judge. But gradually, slowly, I started absorbing the speech. I always try to bring in the change. So, as I told, initially I used to write the speech, mug up like a good student, and just go and deliver. But then I made bullet points. After that, at times, I've even gone impromptu. And now it's such that I want to go back to preparing a speech because I'll not lie, I've started hating preparing. But I need to get back to it. So that is a reminder to me. Thank you for that. So I love going impromptu. And many a times it has happened that I've tried preparing and gone. But my impromptu speeches have been better than the prepared ones. So now I have to go back to the basics and start preparing. So that was the change. I started understanding and brought in change wherever required. Because if you don't bring in change, it can be boring for you. So that is the reason I'm there in Toastmasters since October 2017.
Any other questions from anyone? We have 4 more minutes.
Krishnan sir wants to speak. You are on mute, sir.
Very good evening, ma'am. It was a fantastic, wonderfully inspiring speech you gave us a few minutes back.
Thank you. So you can address me as Pinky.
Okay, we got used to this. It will take some time. See, you know, you said you had your problems, and at times when we go on stage, we would have had sometimes discomforts, somebody not understanding our issues and hurting us. Knowingly or unknowingly, or I would say intentionally or unintentionally, but you're on a public place. How do you handle such situations and continue to do what you intend to do over there? How do you manage yourself over there?
Okay, so if I'm understanding the question correct, it's about discomfort on stage or on screen. It's
Yes.
about that, whether I faced any.
And
Okay.
somebody not treating you properly or misunderstanding you and commenting something, all those things can happen.
Okay, So luckily, I'm blessed. That has never happened. But until now, it's never happened, and I hope it never happens. But even if it happens, I'm not worried. I'm going to continue doing what I love to do. Now, coming to the fear of speaking. The fear of speaking, yes, I had. I remember in 2019, that was the first time actually when I faced a large audience. District 98 had their uh, annual conference, which was called Eloquence, and I just applied for the role of Master of Ceremony. Like as I told, I just keep on trying. I just go and applying. If it happens, happens. Doesn't happen, it's fine. And I got selected. So then also I was fine. Now when I went there, I got to know the audience members were 800 plus. And that was the first time I was going to face such a huge audience. Now what do? I remember I before I could step on the stage, I was just trembling. My knees were shaking. But then as soon as I stepped in, now this is something which I observed. It not only happens now, it has happened with me from the very beginning that I'm a very different kind of a person. I become a different person when I'm on stage or whether I'm on screen. I love interacting. So here I can see, when I'm talking, one thing I keep in mind, I'm speaking to my best friends. I'm going to talk as if I'm talking to my best friends. And that just relaxes me. When we speak to our friends, when we gossip or anything, are we nervous? Are we scared? And just imagine, even if anything goes wrong, even if I would have messed up today, I may have messed up today. What was the worst would have been happened? Y'all would hate me. Oh, what a speaker she is and all. That's the maximum. Nothing worse than that. So just you have to enjoy your screen presence, whether you're on screen or on stage. If you enjoy, then only the audience will enjoy. Then only the connection will be there. That is what I have experienced.
Thank you so much. Fantastic. We need to enjoy the moment. Yes. That's
Thank you. I think timer, I think we are good to go. Okay. So here I am. Let me know if you can see my screen, all of you. Could someone say yes or no?
Yeah.
Your screen,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. We can see.
Okay, wow, there's a lot of S's. Thank you so much. On behalf of LNT ECC Toastmasters Club, here we have a bouquet of flowers to you, Pinky. Thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful session. We drew a lot of inspiration from your short and very sweet speech that you shared today. And not just that, today is a memorable occasion, and it is important that you and us also remember this occasion forever in the history of this club. In order to do that, here we have planted 3 bountiful trees for you in your name in the Sundarbans National Park in West Bengal. Thank you so much, Pinky, and I hope that we all of us together save the environment, and at the same time we have captured this moment forever in the history of our lives. Thank you so much, and I have no words to say anything more. Really, really privileged to have you. It was really wonderful. Thank you so much for taking up time and making our Women's Day meeting even more special.
Thank you. I love that gesture of planting trees. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Over to you, TM Modi, TM Soumya.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And again, I'd like to thank you, TN Pinky, for gracing this meeting with your presence. So now it's time to move to the next segment. The, the Wonder Woman who will be handling this session is none other than our TM Kavita. She's someone who loves Black Widow because of her brave nature. And with this, I like to hand over the stage to ma'am. Over to you, TM Kavita.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and a very special good evening to TM Pinky. And thank you very much for your splendid speech. I was really into your speech and traveled along with you all throughout the speech. Thank you very much. Indeed, it's my pleasure to be a part of today's meeting, which is a special meeting. And the theme is Wonder Women, and we marvel at many women as well as men. And this meeting specially for women. So the table topics, I would like to invite guest first, preferably women guest. I would like to you to volunteer. So this table topics, I would be giving a topic to brief the guest and the members who recently joined. We'll be giving I will be giving the topic, and you are free to talk about the topic. You can connect to the topic in any way you want. It can be real, it can be imaginary. It could have happened or it is yet to happen. You can talk about it, or it's your ideology. You can talk about anything on the topic. You're most welcome to be a part of this topic by volunteering. Would you please, any guest would like to volunteer? I'm actually not able to see the participants list. I'm trying to see. Has anybody raised the hands? I'm not seeing anybody raising hand. All right, shall
Not
I?
yet, ma'am.
Yeah.
Not yet, ma'am.
Yes, I'm looking through the guest in the participants list. Okay, any guest, even men, I would can you please volunteer? I see a lot of ex Toastmasters, veteran Toastmasters. I could see who has joined as a guest. Dinesh sir, would you like to volunteer?
Yes,
Yes,
I will.
it's nice to have you after a long time in this meeting. So it's
Thank
nice
you.
that, yes, sir. So I would go on, I would present my screen, and you're free to choose the one woman whom you marvel at. So we have the sports stars, a few of the sports stars listed here. Would you please choose which one you marvel at? Is it visible, my screen? I'm sharing my screen.
Visible.
Okay, fine.
Visible.
Okay.
I have already seen my star on whom I think the whole. Anyway, I will start formally. Good evening,
Yes.
Toastmasters.
No, sir, actually, you'll have to choose, and then I will click the link, and then you can.
Mary Kom.
Okay. Yes. If I had wings. Your topic is if I had wings. Dinesh? Mr. Dinesh, if I had wings, please go ahead.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. If I had wings, a good dream. If I had wings, through which I can fly to Manipur. I think Manipur is Mary Kom's place. And I can speak to her, I can see her, and I can feel that positivity which she carries around her always. Mary Kom is not one of the foremost lady who's at every troubled moment of our life. Mary Kom struggled throughout her life till she won the gold for us. So I really admire her not as a
not as a sportswoman, but as a leader who's shown that if you think you can. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dinesh, for the wonderful speech that we got to know more about your connect and your thoughts about Mary Kom. Thank you. Next volunteer, please. Manoj, sir. Manoj, sir. Okay. Ishwaran, sir.
Sabri sir wants to go.
Okay. Okay. Sabri. TM Sabri. I'm not able to see. Okay. Yeah, I could see you.
Yes, ma'am.
Sabri. Good evening, TM Sabri.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Yeah, I'm trying to present. Just a second. Share my screen. I'm trying to share my screen. Taking some time. I think I leave the screen open so that it is easier for us to traverse. Okay. Would you like to choose your topic by saying your sports star, favorite sports star?
Mithali Raj.
Okay. Here you go, Mithali Raj. It's freezing cold. I wish. TM Sabri, it's freezing cold. I wish. You can start.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Now, if the world is freezing, then it is be better for glaciers to get freezed, and all the water global warming will be so problem will be solved if we have that freezing cold. Instead of the water level rising, we can have those water freezed and water level rising, all problem will get solved. Hence, I wish to have that freezing cold on the Atlantic and Antarctic sides, and not on the people where we are all living. But yes, on those areas, if we have it, then it will be better for the world. And second thing which I remember about the freezing cold is the Russians, how they in the Second World War, how they have reacted and worked against the cruel Hitler's army. What they did is they allowed the Hitler's army to move ahead inside their Russian territory where it was freezing cold. Most of the people were died. Most of the Hitler army had died because of this freezing cold rather than the war. These are something which comes in my mind when I wish about freezing cold. Thank you. Over to you, TT Master.
Thank you, TM Sabri. Thanks for such a social thought about the cold, freezing cold. Thank you. Now, any other volunteer, please? I could see someone raising.
Chirag.
Yeah, Chirag. Chirag, can I get to see your video? Yeah, you're already there. Okay. Hi. Good evening, Chirag. I will share. I will just maximize the screen. Just a second. Yeah. Would you like to choose your favorite sports star whom you marvel at, whom you wonder?
I'll go for Sania Mirza.
Okay. Sania Mirza. I want it all. I want it all, Chirag.
Yes.
You can talk about anything you want to talk.
Yes. Actually, I have that habit of, and I will say, I want it all. I always think of, I want this, I want this, I want this, not only chocolates, but from everything, from life also. Even the moment I joined Toastmaster, I was thinking like, I want to complete my level in 1 month. I want to complete all levels in 6 months. And I want everything. I always dream big. I have that habit of dreaming big, but then something comes up and we drag, but still I have completed my level. So I am happy. Yes, I have dreamed big. I have reached somewhere. So it is necessary for you to do something. You have to first dream. You have to dream of it. If you want it all, if you say you want it all, you will get something. If you say I don't want anything, you will not get anything. You have to start. You have to wake up to get something or to do something. So this is my strategy. Actually, I always say I want it all, and I try not to say no, and and I try it and I achieve it. Also, I'm happy what I'm doing, and still I want to continue it saying I want it all. So thank you. Over to you.
Okay, that's really nice to hear that. I take away dream big and you want it all so that you get some. Thank you, Chirag. Now, the next volunteer, please. Any woman, even if, like the guest, I'm not seeing any other. Any other guest would like to participate? You're most welcome. We are all happy to hear you. Naina. Okay.
Shreya Iyer.
Hi, yes, I'm here. Actually,
Shreya.
this thing is new. I was not getting where to unmute.
Oh, okay, okay. So Naina is the one who's speaking now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You just confirm, please, if my screen is visible at your end. It's fine. You're able to see. The PPT is visible, Naina?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this Sanya.
Sanya is
was
just the, yeah, Sanya, I really appreciate your choice because we wonder at Sanya, most of us, since that is chosen, it's linked to the topic. You can choose PV Sindhu or Saina Nehwal or Fogart, Vinesh Fogart. One.
Okay, Vinesh Fogart.
Okay. It's my dream too. It's my dream too. Naina, you can speak.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. It's my dream too. It's my dream to learn the piano. Since when I was a child, I had been dreaming it. I had been dreaming it all night. I wanted to play it with my fingers and sing along. And in my dreams, I thought I've already learned. It's my dream to have a stage and would play piano somehow there, and that everyone whom I love would adore me and appreciate me around. It's my dream to become a musician and also a singer somehow. Thank you so much. That's from my part.
Okay, thank you. I wish your dream comes true sooner. And we all are waiting to listen to your concert, hopefully, once you learn the piano. Thank you, Naina, for being a part.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ishwaran sir.
Ishwaran sir. Yeah, Ishwaran sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening to all. Can you please show which is balanced? Please tell.
Yeah, sure. Actually, it's PV Sindhu and Saina Nehwal.
Okay, I will take PV Sindhu, please.
All right, sir. Rainbow reminds me of. Rainbow reminds you of.
Very good.
It's
Good evening, Toastmasters friends. Can I start, please?
Yes, please.
Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow friends. Rainbow reminds me today is a day, wonderful day. All the colors reminds me the variety of woman. It starts from my mother, grandmother, and my sister, my daughter, and all of my friends, like including the Toastmasters. And it also gives me a lot of, delight and happiness. And whenever I see that, I will feel more emotional and on this, because always if I think about women's improvement or how they have to come in the society, I always think about our famous poet Bharatiyar. Because the woman has to come like a rainbow outside, because that poet was thinking that the woman who suffered inside the house, they have to come out. He's the first person thinking that the woman has to come out and perform outside. He brought the guy outside and did a lot of role model to the other people. To that same way, I will always think that women have no limitation, have a lot of wings to fly, and like a rainbow, it has no limit, and it gives a lot of confidence, and also it gives a lot of delightment. Like that, women has to come out understanding their value, and they have to spread their wing, and they have to shine, and they have to give a lot of enlightenment to the other people. Therefore, rainbow reminds me a lot of thinking about. If I think about women, these are the things it reminds me. Thank you very much giving the opportunity.
Thank you, Ishwaran sir. Thanks for connecting women with rainbow and your social thought about women. I think we are done. The time is up. No, TMOD, Saumya. So yeah, I think we have limited time, so I would hand over the stage to TMOD, TM Saumya. Thank you, Saumya.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for an amazing session. And now it's time for the most awaited session, the variety or the fun section, where we have a very special, our eligible bachelor, TM Abhinav, who will be wooing all the girls with his beautiful voice. So over to you, Team Abhinav, to sing your beautiful song.
Thank you for that very nice and apt introduction, I must say. So, okay. See, I've struggled a lot with self-doubt in my life. I still continue to struggle. And what I learned, as you all know, one of the milestone moments for me was to win the contest. And I was able to win the contest because after a meeting, someone called me and told me that you are wonderful today. I think you can become a champion. And that faith in me, that was the beginning, that gave me the faith to go ahead. So I feel that we all sometimes needs to be reminded how wonderful we are. This is an English song because Rupika ma'am sang in a Tamil song, so I thought I'll sing an English song. Okay, I wanted to share my karaoke, but I'm not sure if it will work. Shall we try it? Do we have time?
You have 1 minute. Sorry.
Okay. Are you able to hear?
Yes, we are able to.
Okay, you are able to see the error also, it seems. Okay, it's not happening, so I'll stick without the karaoke. I'll send the karaoke later.
Now you can try once, I think so. It will be nice. Try once.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for.
Yeah, it will give good presentation. Try once.
Okay, now you're seeing my personal files. Just a second. Okay, I'll think I'll sing it after the session, maybe.
Good. Yes.
Yeah. Problem at all. So
yeah,
time.
am I? Yeah.
Sure. We'll take you after 5 minutes.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That would be great.
Now we have a very special quiz or the movie trivia. So just a second, I'm sharing my screen. I'm sorry, my screen is stuck. Just a second. Just a second. Hi. Yes. Hope everyone can see my screen. I'm really
Yes,
sorry
I
for
can
the
see the
technical.
popcorn.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. It's Guess the movie. So the first we have is sorry, I'll just put this in presentation mode. Who can guess this movie? Come on, fast, fast, fast.
Thappad.
And the
Thappad.
actress?
What's her
Taapsee.
name?
Taapsee.
Taapsee.
Nice.
Thappad.
Good guesses. Now I'll be.
Chak De
Now
India.
in this, you don't have to guess the song. Obviously, the movie's name is written here. You have to guess that who is the captain of our Indian hockey team.
Soumya, your voice is breaking.
The lady with the Indian tracksuit. The
Yeah, you
tracksuit.
have to take
Yeah.
the actual one, not the in the movie.
Okay.
Anyone, any idea?
Soumya, repeat the question. I think it was not very audible.
Sorry, so I'll repeat the question. Who is the captain of the Indian women hockey team?
Rampal.
Is it
Yes.
Preeti?
Someone said Rampal, so yes, it's Miss Rani Rampal. Good one. Can you guess this movie and the
English to
destination that was
English.
and the destination visited by Sridevi?
English to English.
Manhattan.
Perfect. Now we all know this movie, right? Now you have to tell me that who is the actress in the song and what are the places?
Who's the actress and?
Sorry.
Your voice
Kang-
keeps breaking, Soumya. Repeat the question again.
Kangna Ranawat. She's also.
Yes. The actress is Kangana Ranaut and the places that she visited. It's already written, yeah.
London and
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
London.
No, Paris and Amsterdam.
London.
Paris
Yes,
and Amsterdam.
Paris and
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Correct. Now, this is a quote from a very, very famous movie. Just a second. Yes, what is the Telugu and the Tamil version of this movie?
Tamil is Miner Konda Parvai.
Yes, and what is the Telugu version, ma'am? What about the Telugu version, ma'am? It's actually, sorry, it was written there. What is the Telugu version? Can anyone guess? Okay, so I'll give the answer. It's a Hindi word for a lawyer.
Vakil.
Yes, it's Vakil Sahab. Can anyone guess this movie?
Margarita with a straw.
Margarita with a straw.
So basically, we are all women guessing the women movies. Okay, so who can guess this Hollywood movie?
$1 Million Baby.
Yes.
Zara.
Yes, that's $1 Million Baby. Can Can you guess the name of the Fogart sisters from this movie? So one of them was already taken in the TV topics. Can you guess the other two? They are very, very famous kabaddi wrestlers.
Geeta Fogart and Babita
Yes.
Fogart.
Very good. And one more is Ritu Fogart. And now for our last one, I want one male volunteer for this. I think, sorry, keeping in mind the time, I think we'll skip to the fun segment where Abhinav is going to sing a song for us. So I think, Abhinav, now the time is yours to woo the girls.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the second chance to woo the girls. The first time it didn't happen. Let's confirm if you are able to hear. Yeah. Am I audible also?
You went on mute.
It's a disaster class today. I'm not wooing anyone today. Just a
It's
second.
okay, you can just sing. You'll still be you.
It's late in the evening. Just wondering what goes through it. She put the makeup. Exceptions are long hair. And then she asked, "Do I look fine?" This beautiful lady who calls her on me, and then she asked me, "Do you feel alright?" And I said, "Yes, I did." Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhinav, for dedicating a special song to us.
Thank you for listening.
I think now we enter the last segment of our Toastmasters meeting and right on time also. So I would like to hand over the stage to our general evaluator, PM Sharmishta, to carry out the evaluation template.
I would like to invite the entire tag team, starting with the timer, and give their report to the entire club.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Actually, Pinky, I have to tell you that my hands are tied. Viewers are very much interested in your speech. They showed a lot of love. They asked me to don't show red card. Actually, your speech time is 15 minutes. You spoke for 18 minutes, 30 seconds. And also the question and the sensation had gone for 10 minutes. So I didn't count the time. And then here is the report for table topics session. For table topics, 1 to 2 minutes is the speech limit. Dinesh spoke for 1 minute 12 seconds, Manoj 1 minute 30 seconds, Chirag 1 minute 10 seconds, and guest Naina spoke for 46 seconds. Ishwaran spoke for 1 minute 54 seconds. Except guest, all others are qualified for voting. That's all is my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senthil, for that quick report. Now moving on to the counter.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I would like to keep the report very crisp. So we only have one category today under 5 accounts. Under this category, we have Toastmaster Kritika, Toastmaster Shrashmita, Toastmaster Dinesh, Toastmaster Sabari, Toastmaster Shirag, Toastmaster Ishwaran, and Toastmaster Sendel. Under the category of no accounts today, we have our speaker, and Toastmaster Rajeshwari, Toastmaster Saumya, Toastmaster Saumni, Toastmaster Krishnan, Toastmaster Kavita, and guest Naina. So congratulations to all of you who didn't have any accounts today. And I have one recommendation that we usually give in all our sessions. So I thought it would be very helpful to give it in this session. So one thing that we generally notice is that accounts is something that tags along. So why does it tag along? It is because we just phrase all the sentences in our brain, and when we tend to do it slow, we don't know what to talk. So one tip that I would like to tell is that when you're talking, please talk slowly, slow down the speech and talk it like you're explaining it to a 5-year-old. So when you do that, automatically the speech slows down and you're phrasing the sentences in your head. While you're doing this, there are 2 perks to this. The first perk is that you will find yourself with no accounts. The second perk is that the audience are very well connected to you. So that is the tip of today. Thank you. Over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, really interesting tip. Hope everybody is jotting down and using it for the next time. And moving on to the last tag counter. Sorry, to the grammarian. I'm slipping.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Starting off, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Soumya, used the word assertive, which means to having or showing confidence in their speech and having a forceful personality. And she used the word woo, which means to win the love of someone. And General Evaluator Toastmaster Sharmista used the word protagonist, which is a leading character in a film, novel, play, etc. Toastmaster Pinky had a lot of quotations in her speech that I had to scribble down and make note of. A couple of them I could catch were problems may seem huge, but they're as they seem to be. And focus on what it is that you can do, not what it is that you cannot do. Thank you for that. Toastmaster Kritika used the word bountiful in the certificate, which means large in quantity or abundant. There were only a couple of recommendations that I could catch in this meeting. First one was when we are handing over a session to the next officer, we could use the word to say, let me hand over the session to the next officer, or the role play name, instead of plainly telling hand over the session to the next officer, which is not a complete sentence. It could either be let me hand over the session to the next officer, or I hand over the session to the next officer. I saw that the word protege was mispronounced as protege or something. The right pronunciation for the word is protege, which means a person who's under the mentorship of another one. So overall, judging the quality of grammar and language in this session, there were none, almost none. I had to know grammatically incorrect sentences or usage of the language. I had to have my magnifying glasses and look into everyone's speeches deeply, which is why I could find 2. So great job on that. Keep it up. Over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much for that crisp and very to the point report, grammarian. Now coming up with, as my tag team gave like really short on hand in giving their report to all of us, I am equally have very few points. Most of them are like the visions or the thoughts what I want to share with all of you. Starting with the tag team. All the tag roles players have taken extra effort in explaining their roles. Kudos to them. And they have been extremely proactive, especially the grammarian, who have given a crisp and short story of the origin of the word idiom, which we have failed to use in our screen presence today. But maybe in our daily lives, we will use the big wig somewhere. And coming to the Toastmaster Pinky speech, oh my God, that was a mesmerizing speech. I always believe in this a very beautiful proverb: with new friends brings a new world of knowledge. And with Pinky, with your speech, we got to learn about so many things. We got to know about so many things. And thank you for making aware, and most of all, showing. Thank you for showing us to see silver lining in every dark cloud. So kudos to you, or cheers to you, and best wishes to you to keep smiling the way you are smiling right now. Thank you so much for that. And as you said in your speech that you had a moment when you shared your TED Talk stage with one of the uh, beauty pageants. I think we had our moment today. We all had our moment today to share this meeting, to share our screen with you. So thank you so much for being here. And now coming to the TT session, Kavita has done a very beautiful role. And the only thing which kind of bothered me was she has selected various women from the sports field. But if there was a variety over there, it would have been more interesting. Someone from the politics, someone from the beauty industry, someone from the movies, someone from the engineering field, then like 6 different categories. Then it would have got us to know what women are doing out there and achieving. That would have been fantastic. But linking the topics to the women was really nice. That's all I have. The variety show was to the point, and special thanks to Abhinav for that song. Yeah, thank you for that effort. That's all from my end. Now I would like to give the control back to the Toastmaster of the day, TM Soumya.
Soumya, you're there?
Yeah, sometimes my songs
Okay.
have adverse effects. Very
You
sorry.
want?
I'm
Oh,
really
Yeah,
sorry. I faced issues with my earphone. Hi, I'm back. So, wow, what an amazing session it has been. And I hope that everyone has already voted for their favorite speakers. And now so, all of us, I studied in a girls' school, and I've always heard stories of how women have come up in their fields, how much they have faced to be at the place where they are. And it is so amazing to see all of us being there for each other and lifting all of us up. So I think that's one message I would like to give this Women's Day, is to be there for each and every woman around you. Let's not get jealousy get the best of us. Let's uplift all of each other. And with that thought, I would like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer, TM Kritik. And also a reminder to vote for your favorite speakers for today.
Thank you so much, Soumya, for this wonderful session. I think with all the colors and the beautiful ladies and the smart men in their reds and blues, I think this meeting has become more colorful, and I can't express in words about how elated I am with the proceedings of this meeting. So, like Soumya said, in order for us to conclude this meeting, please go ahead and click on the voting link and kindly vote for the best role players and TT speakers. Not the best role players, but best TT speakers. Because today all the role players are going to get awarded. That is the advantage of me taking over as temporary presiding officer. So all the role players are going to get the award. So please vote for your favorite TT speaker. While we are waiting for the best TT speakers to be voted, let's have another 2 minutes probably for someone to ask a question who missed asking question to Pinky. Now that Pinky is there, let me leverage that also. Or should I give a or should I give a topic to Pinky and let her be the TT speaker? What do you all say? So,
Second try TT.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for somebody supporting my thought. So, Pinky, how well you know about all the Tamil female actress in Tamil cinema? You know anyone? Okay, let me give that to you. It's okay. So, the question to you, sorry, the table topic to you, Pinky, is you're going to get up one day and you realize that you look exactly like Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. Now tell me what you're going to do.
Oh God. I'll go and make tea. But before that, let me make my hair. Who's... What is this? I look like... Nah. Let me go back to sleep. Forget the masala chai. No, wait. What is... This is true. I can have all the perks that she has. And the best one I believe that she has is that she gets to travel worldwide. Yeah, so today I am Miss World. And where do I want to travel? Where would I like to travel? Why not I go to Dubai and meet my friends there? I've stayed there for 12 long years. I'm missing them. And after that, where will I go? I'll go to Switzerland. I love the chocolates. But am I forgetting something? Why not I travel after Dubai, Switzerland, of course. I'm very greedy. I cannot stop here. But I have to think of something quick because I don't know for how many days will I look like Aishwarya Rai. I should plan for something national also. Why only international? Let me think of going to Amritsar and Chandigarh and visit the Golden Temple. I've been there once, but for me, just being there once is not enough. I want to visit there again and feel that peace again. So this is what I would love to do if ever I become Aishwarya Rai. It would be just travel. And with all the money that I have, would it be traveling alone? No. More the merrier. So, would you all like to join me? Over to you, Toastmaster Kritika.
Thank you so much, Pinky. That was wonderful. But remember, if at all you become Aishwarya Rai Bachchan one day, just give me a bus and I will come over, fly over, and I want to get an autograph from you. Not that because you are Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, but even now. But so just remember that there's a person called Kritika who's living in Chennai, and probably you want to visit her as well. Thank you so much, Pinky. So we have the results with us. So it's time for me to announce the winners. Okay, I'm so sorry. Terrible. Okay, let me know if you can see a blank white screen. Great, thank you so much. So as I said earlier, we are going to only recognize the best TT speaker, and the best TT speaker for today's meeting goes to TM Chirag. Congratulations, Chirag. Thank you. As I said earlier, all the wonderful people who took the roles today are all going to get recognized, and here is a bouquet of flowers and chocolates and a champagne to you. A big thanks to Rajeshwari, Saumya, Kavita, Sharmista, Sabari, Dashini, and Samini. Thank you so much. And it was so, all the roles that you played were so important in making this meeting more eventful. And not just that, I want to give a big high five to Ilango, Abhinav, Chirag, and Sabari. Firstly, for saying yes to anything that I was saying, which is a big motivation for me, and not discarding any of the ideas. And thank you, Abhinav, for getting a wonderful speaker like Pinky to grace this meeting, and Chirag for those wonderful flyers, and Sabri for promptly taking up any role that we give as we kept changing. Thanks a lot, and a big high five for all of you. And not just that, this meeting would not have been successful without our beloved members and the honorable guests who have joined this meeting and graced this wonderful occasion and made it even more memorable. So from me and as part of the club, let me all thank you, give you a heartfelt thanks for making it a big success. Thank you all, everyone. And I now, I think as a presiding officer, let me declare this meeting done with this bang. Okay. Shall we have a quick snap photo session, please? If you can all come on video. And I need someone's help to click the picture, Soumya.
Yeah, I'll click it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So what shall we say this time?
Smile.
Say
Big smile.
Chirag.
We'll say big wig. No one said
Big wig.
Say Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Say Wanda.
In 3, 2,
Or say Diana.
1. Whatever you want. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Yes, all are smiling. I've taken smiling pics.
Okay, thank you.
And I want a recording of this meeting because I want to edit some part out.
So somebody said once the meeting is officially done, somebody said they'll sing again. So let's hear that now.
Yeah, I'll try without the karaoke. So it's basically, as I said, well, I wanted to tell that all you are beautiful, I mean, wonderful, all of you. It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She put on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair. And then she asked me, do I look alright? And then you look wonderful tonight. We go to a party and everyone turns to see this beautiful lady who's walking around with me. And then she asked me, do you feel alright? And I say, yes, I feel wonderful tonight. Yes, so thank you. That was the song. I hadn't go to Hindi song when I was asked. Yeah, thank you. That feels so good. So I had a go-to song, Hindi song that I always sing. But then Kritika ma'am insisted that I had to sing something related to women and in English. So I put the effort and I tried a lot hard because it was Kritika ma'am who called me after the meeting to tell that you are wonderful, you can be a champion. So to Kritika ma'am and all of you wonderful people, I dedicate this. Yeah, I'm glad it went well. The karaoke was the problem, yes.
And you have to sing the Hindi song also now.
Your voice itself was music to our ears, so we don't need the karaoke.
Correct.
Hindi song.
Hindi song, please.
Okay.
Like, come on, two lines
Go
for us.
on, go on, man.
For us,
Yeah,
You are
yeah.
champion.
So this New Year, I sang a song, and I got a lot of complaints actually. Uh, not, not because of my singing was bad. They were nice enough to not complain on that, but they told that I sang in Hindi. Yeah, I sang in Hindi, and no one couldn't understand. Only few people could understand. And I thought, yeah, it's true. It's fair. It's not fair. So this time when they asked me to sing, I decided to sing in Bengali so that no one will understand. I'm a fair guy. So yeah, it's I told it's a Bengali song and I sang in Hindi. Yeah. So it's a Mondare song. It's from Lutera. कागज के जो पंख लेके उड़ा चला जाए रे, जहाँ नहीं जाना था ये वही चलाए रे, मन के जो ताना बाना समझ न पाए रे, जुबान के जो मोह माया रे, हे सहारा के मन बोका Montare. Yeah, that's it. You're all muted. I can't
Wonderful,
hear you.
wonderful.
Yes.
So beautiful.
I feel so good. I can go to sleep now.
Lovely meeting. Thank you for the